Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. It is the holidays, and we probably all could be doing something really super exciting, but we are doing a Orlando area homebuyers masterclass. Hi, I am your host. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to have more people signing on. As you know, most people are going to be fashionably late, and that's perfectly normal for these types of events. But anyways, I do wish and hope each and every one of you are having a wonderful ramp up to the holiday season. But I'm going to give you a very action packed class tonight. I promise not to hold anything back. So if you're looking to raise your credit, understand how to beat the banks, understand how to find the right realtor, how to find the right lender, understand your options in ways that you probably haven't considered before. This is your class. I am not here to sell you anything. This is live. It is not recorded. I promise you that. And if you don't mind, we're going to be communicating in the chat. So if you guys are logged on, taking part of this, if you want to take notes, please do so. If you want to take screenshots, you absolutely can. But I'd love to hear where you guys are watching me at and making sure that I am okay on the audio, that you guys can hear me okay. So in the chat, if you could just tell me where it is that you're watching us, whether it's Claremont, Kissimmee, maybe it's Sanford or Orlando. Kissimmee, hey, John, how are you? All right, nice to see you. Who else is out there tonight? Anyway, Daphne, hi, Daphne, Winter Park, beautiful area. Okay, anybody else? I know that we've got a lot of people signing on, guys. Glenn, thank you for joining me in Orlando. See, you're hearing your name. I'm going to be bringing it to tonight, guys. I want to make sure. iPhone Marie, Kissimmee, thank you for being here. Jakob, all right, Orlando, Anastasia, that is Orlando. Perfect. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Can everybody hear me okay? If I can get a one in the chat, if the audio sounds good. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Jakob, okay, appreciate it. No problem. So tonight's event is not about selling you guys anything. It's about empowering you to make decisions upon whether or not 2026 and buying your first home is something that you really should be taking advantage of. And there's a lot of excitement going on in our industry right now. First of all, we just had a massive rate drop. So for everybody that's been waiting for that, thank you, Daphne, Glenn, and iPhone Marie. I appreciate you guys. So we've got possibly the 50-year mortgage that's coming up. We've got all sorts of things that are getting ready to happen. And Governor DeSantis is getting ready to potentially eliminate property taxes. So for those of you that are thinking about buying, guys, there has never been a better time than right now to be positioning yourself and getting ready for something, because you can actually capitalize on this in a way that other people just aren't. For those of you that are thinking, I'm going to time the market when everybody else is jumping in, that's not going to be wise. And I'm going to share you exactly those strategies on what to avoid and how to make the best of it. I'm also going to give you a chance, if you do have additional questions, concerns, or stresses, you'll have an option to communicate directly with me. I promise you that. If you're driving, please be safe. If you can pull over, this is really your time. This class is going to be a little under an hour, I promise. There's going to be a lot of information very fast coming. So we want to make sure that you guys can take advantage of it. Again, there's going to be cliff notes happening tonight. There's going to be some serious bad jokes. And I'm drinking caffeinated. So for all of you that are not ready for that, buckle up. It's going to be pretty interesting and probably dangerous, to say the least. But anyways, I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for making me part of your Thursday night, 7 o'clock, right here in the holidays. Ho, ho, ho. All right. So let's get going, shall we? All right. So guys, this is all about showing you the tips, the tricks, the myths. How many people right now are dealing with somebody negative? I hate to be negative, but how many people are around you negative right now about the potential of buying a home? Is there anybody facing these problems? Put it in the chat. I'd love to hear your perspective of what's going on, why you're joining this class, right? What's the purpose of being here? We're going to show you everything you need to know about the buying process. We'll give you all those options, plus more, plus bonuses at the end. So please stay for the end. We're going to have a pretty rapid fire Q&A that's going to be able to help you guys understand your options in a way probably you've never heard before. So let's get going. If you guys are ready, can I get a number one in the chat if you guys are ready for me to start this show? Are you guys ready? Thank you, Anastasia. I appreciate you. Zoom user, thank you, one. Daphne, I appreciate you, Glenn. And I do apologize for any shine that's happening right now, but unfortunately, genetics and my grandfather probably have a lot to do with that. iPhone Marie. All right, so let's get going. Yes, it is true. I did start this business with hair. So be ready. Let's go. All right. So we're going to start our show tonight. And I want you guys to understand that a lot of you might be dealing with certain emotions about today's class, right? About this master class on what is it going to take to be a home buyer. Maybe some of you are feeling stressed. Maybe some of you are feeling concerned about buying in 2026. Maybe you feel a little uncertain or anxious. Is there anybody feeling anything like that? Please put it in the chat. I'd love to hear what some of the concerns are of owning versus renting in this position. Anybody feeling with any of this concern, stress, uncertain, or anxious about buying a home in today's market? Anyone? Scammers, Anastasia. So can you tell me about scammers? Or are you worried about realtor scammers or just people on your phone scamming you? Is that what's going on with that, Anastasia? Because scammers wasn't really. I should add that to the slides, but I don't know. As far as the lenders are concerned, realtors. Let's see, concerned because of the market being more expensive. Brian says, okay, it's getting ready to get a lot more expensive, Brian. But I'm going to show you the tips on how to take advantage of that if, in fact, you think you want to do that. So, realtor scammers. Okay. Well, Anastasia, I'm going to show you. Thank you for sharing that. I'm going to show you how to find who is legit and who is not. Okay. How cool is that? So, everything that I'm showing you is going to be things that you guys can find online, governmental websites. I have nothing to sell you tonight except for education. So buckle up, let's get going. So tonight's agenda is all about exposing myths versus reality. How to explain your options easily so that you don't feel confused when you think you're ready, show you a plan of what to do, how to do it, and you can decide what's really best for you. And if you decide that you'd like to make your dream a reality, well, this is everything you're going to need tonight in order for you to take advantage of that. So please stay for the Q&A, the questions and answers, and there's bonuses at the end. And you can add any questions that you have to the chat. That is where we're going to be communicating tonight. And I just want to make sure that this is easy. Again, if you're able to take notes, you can take screenshots. There's going to be some areas that are exciting. There might be some areas that are boring, but just hang in there with me. I promise we're going to make this as best and as informative and, dare I say, exciting. All right, here we go. So who am I? I want to let you guys know that that beautiful bald guy does have a name. It's me, Cliff Clover. Hi, nice to meet you. And I've been selling real estate full-time since 2001. So there you go, Anastasia. That's the real deal, girl. Over 2,000 homes that I've sold. When I started with hair, it's not my company, it's not my team, that's me. So it's over 24 years of experience. So there's really nothing that I haven't experienced. And I want to let you know that I might have a weird accent because I'm from Modesto, California originally. I currently live in St. Cloud, but I really have a passion for overcoming any obstacles. What are those no's? What is that fear? What is that thing going on in your brain right now that says, you know, my credit's not perfect, or I need to fix on this, or I need to work on this, or I can't do this, or my lease, I'm stuck in my lease. If you want to get out of your lease, this information is really for you. I've been a full-time realtor that entire time. I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a pilot, I'm also a veteran, and I could be your neighbor. Now, one of the things that I want you guys to know is that especially for you, Anastasia, okay, if you're looking for a realtor, whether it's me or somebody else, I would hope that you go to Google and read reviews, read the real-time reviews of people that have actually worked with those realtors. So you guys can go to Cliff Clover Realtor right there in Google and you can research, you can read my reviews. You can go on Zillow, you can go to realtor.com and you can read all about me, probably things that I don't want you to read about, but they're probably going to be there anyway. Now, I said that psychologically, so you do go there and that helps the algorithm. I'm kidding, of course. Anyway, all right, let's keep going. All right. So like I said, I warned you guys, I'm drinking caffeinated tonight. All right, here we go. Tonight's event is also co-sponsored by one of my preferred lenders. Her name is Colleen Mitchell. She's a mortgage lender since 1997. She's got over 5,000 transactions closed, and she did work with me when I had hair, and I started this, and you can also research her on Google and read her reviews as well. I tell you guys this because, listen, there are literally 16,000 agents in the Orlando area. Many of them work part-time, some of them work full-time. So you really want to know who you align with when you're deciding to choose on a realtor. Let's see. Jakob has this to say. He says, the housing market has been up for a very long time. What goes up must go down. Would it be wise for a potential buyer to wait for the market to go down to purchase? Wow. Great question. So, Jakob, you just hit the gas pedal, baby, way before I even got to that point. But let me answer that for you for the whole class, for everybody that's on right now. So let me ask you, my viewers, the people that are part of my class, my students tonight, what do you think is going to happen if rates go down? Will the market go down as far as values, or do you think values could go up? I would love to hear your input. And Jakob, you can put your opinion in there. You're thinking it's going to go down, pricing is going to go down. So what else do you guys say in the chat? Do you think if rates go down that prices will go down? Or what's going to happen? So Jakob says yes. Okay. Anybody else want to take a stab at it? Anybody else? There's no wrong answer. I'm going to give you my years of experience and all of my wisdom right here. Come on, there's more of you that are participating tonight. Let's see, Anastasia. It's going to go up because it has to fill in that gap. Okay. iPhone Marie says not significantly. Okay. Anybody else want to take a stab at it? Come on, guys. I'm here with you. This is not recorded. You're going to hear your name. All right, Anastasia, rates go down, prices go up. That's what Brian says. So Brian agrees with Anastasia. Well, so what statistically, and I'll answer it for all of you that are like, oh, Cliff, come on, just get to it, buddy. Let's go. Come on. So statistically, when rates go down, we're going to see more buyers jump into the market, right? There's a lot of things happening in New York. A lot of those people are coming down right now. If Governor DeSantis gets rid of property taxes, we are going to have a house boom like you've never seen before. So rates have nothing to do with this right now. But if the rates do continually go down, which they did go down, I think yesterday, then what's going to happen is we're going to see more buyer activity. Okay, so how does that really affect values? Okay, what's going to happen is sellers right now, there's a lot of property on the market. Sellers right now are giving incentives for buyers. That's closing costs, prepaids. They're getting rid of these properties at lower values. All right. Once there's more buyers in the pool, they no longer need you. So they don't have to give incentives and they don't have to give price breaks. They can simply choose whomever is the best candidate. So if rates go down and market prices go down, right, more buyers come back in, creates demand. So right now we are in what we call a stagnated market. That means if you're thinking about buying, for those of you that capitalize on this sooner than later, well, if the rates continually go down, here's what's going to happen. You can refinance to a lower payment. Your property value will go up. That means you're no longer throwing your money away to your lender. You're now capitalizing on that in your pocket, and you get to stay in your house, in your area, and therefore reap the rewards when that time comes. So for all of you that are on the fence right now, buckle up, because I think 2026, we're going to see a heated up market that's getting ready to happen. And for those of us that take advantage of that, are going to take advantage of those benefits. All right, let's keep going. But Cliff, what are we supposed to do? I want you to understand the purpose of this webinar tonight. Many of you that are watching are thinking, maybe this isn't my reality. Maybe my credit isn't perfect. Maybe whatever that story is, maybe my spouse is telling me it's not the right time. Maybe it's Jakob is the problem. I'm just kidding, Jakob. But the reality of it is when we have these thoughts about it's not the right time, we got to be thinking that there's two options, right? We're either giving our money to a landlord, which is making him richer, or we're giving money to the bank, which is your money, and it could be making you richer. So either way, you're still renting. It's just a matter of whether or not you're renting to a landlord or to the bank, right? And so once the property's paid off, then that property belongs to you, and then you can reap those rewards. Here we go. So I want to make sure that you guys understand that one of the people that attended my class literally didn't realize what their options were and was able to close a house in 20 days or less. All right. So I want you to understand that whatever you think is holding you back, I have an answer and a solution that might change your perspective and your wallet. So again, if you're thinking, hey, I'm stuck in my lease, you might not be. If you're thinking my credit's not great, it doesn't matter. I can probably fix it by 40 to 80 points within a matter of days. And there's 101 things that I know I can do that maybe you're not aware of but you're going to this class, so you're going to know all of your possibilities. Does that sound good? Can I get a 1 in the chat if you guys are ready to rock and roll? Let's get this thing going. Let's light this candle. What do you say? All right. Brian's like, let's go. John. All right. Glenn. All right. Let's do it, guys. Anastasia, where's Jakob? I want Jakob in there. Let's go, buddy. Come on. This one's for you. All right. So I mentioned this a little bit earlier, and I said, why own versus rent? I know this sounds a little bit cliche, but I want you guys to really understand the advantages, right? When you own, and thank you, Tamara. Thank you, Anastasia. Did Jakob leave? Did you go, buddy? Don't feel bad. I'm not beating on you. I want you to understand it's going to be okay. I want you to make wealth, my friend. Okay. How does making a payment to the bank in contrast to a landlord is better for my finances? I'm sorry. I have a lot of questions. Don't be sorry, brother. I love these questions. Hold on. I've got my secretary barking in the background. Stand by. I'm in a class. Good Lord. All right. Sorry about that, everybody. Here we go. In the comfort of my home. Christmas season. Owning. Why? Jakob, this one's for you, buddy. Check this out. When you own, you're building equity, which you don't do with your landlord, my friend. If you put down, let's say, $10,000 in to buy your house, that $10,000 can turn into $20, $30, $50, $100,000 in a matter of years time, or if the market explodes, you might be a happy camper. It's not going to happen with your landlord, my friend. Now, when you own, you have stable monthly payments. Okay. I was writing one. All right. No problem, brother. You're going to have stable monthly payments, unlike that you're renting, because the landlord's going to love to renew at a higher rent the following year. Can I get an amen? You're also going to have tax benefits that you don't have right now. You can't file homestead exemption. You can't do all those things. And you have freedom to customize your space. Jakob, maybe you want to put in those granite countertops and your landlord says, no. Maybe you want to put up that fence in the backyard to finally have that dog, right? Maybe you want to put that lemon tree in the backyard because you want to grow that lemon tree because you love delicious margaritas. Whatever that case may be, you can't necessarily do that when you're renting. So you're going to get the homestead exemptions, the long-term asset. It's going to appreciate over time. You are using other people's money to make money on your money. And then when you own, your money belongs to you and can grow. Versus, Jakob, don't get upset with me on this one. I don't want you mad at me. When you rent, your rent rises every year. We talked about that. You have zero control. You're building someone else's wealth. You have no equity, no asset, no return, stricter rules, no remodeling, limited freedom, and unpredictable landlord decisions. What if they decide to sell that property and you still have to move? They're raising that rent and they're not going to renew with you. And there you go. Renting is throwing your money away. Okay? Stop doing that. Let's do this. All right. How's my hair? Is it okay? All right. I did it, guys. I took a swig of that caffeinated. Get ready. Anastasia, that one was for you. What are the steps to home ownership? First of all, step number 1, you came to this class. You're going to learn everything. Step 2, getting pre-approved with your loan advisor. Step 3 is house hunting with your realtor. Maybe it's your realtor, Cliff. And step 4 is the fastest, fun, best one ever, especially for Christmas time, and that is move into your dream home. So what are we talking about tonight? Tonight, these are the strategies. Everything that I'm sharing with you, you can easily reference. Now, wait a minute. Who said they're worried about scammy realtors? Hold on. I think that was Anastasia. Let me just, yeah. Okay, girlfriend, check this out. Everything I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, I got you, girl. Everything I'm talking about is on fanniemae.com/education. So if I'm making stuff up, you can prove me wrong. I promise you, but I'm not here to mess up. I'm here to do this. This isn't my first rodeo, guys. I really want you happy. It really matters to me. Okay. So for all of you that make the number one mistake, what is that? Your credit. Most of you thinking about buying right now are thinking that your credit score on either on Credit Karma or Experian are the true numbers that represent you when buying a house. And that is not true at all. And I'm going to explain that here in a couple more slides in more detail. But right now, I want that curiosity to be burning in your head, like what's he going to say next? And oh my gosh, who killed JR? All right, let's keep going. I just dated myself. Here we go. Next one. I want to talk to you guys about what the loans that you may qualify for, what they are, what they represent. So this is really the fun, most exciting part of this presentation. I'm joking, of course, so I'm going to go through these pretty quickly. Most of us are probably going to fall into the FHA category, but not a problem. Some of you might get a conventional loan, but what are they? They're non-governmental insured loans with strong government oversights. They're backed by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, and they abide by financial limits set by federal housing financing agencies. And Anastasia, you check me on this one now. You have to have a minimum credit score of 620. Okay, and maximum limits can vary per county. Then normally in Orange County, it's about up to $806,000. Above $806,000 on your loan, it's what we call a jumbo loan. All right. Jakob asked this question because apparently the conventional loan was not as exciting. Just hold on. Let's see. What government benefits are available for first-time home buyers who are worrying their credit and income may limit their ability to quality purchase a home? Okay, so Jakob, buddy, you got to just get through this class, man. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Hang on. Hang on. I'm not even, 30 minutes into this thing. Let's go. All right, so the next thing is, this is your answer, okay, my friend? I knew you're going to ask that, and we are here. You've made it to the promised land. FHA loans are a type of federal loan assistance created by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development for lower income borrowers or any borrower. It doesn't have to be lower income. I meant to say qualify. I will hold on. Good. Let me drive, for God's sakes. I'm kidding. Here we go. They're easier to qualify than conventional FHA loans, and they are insured by the Federal Housing Administration, or the FHA, and they are insured by FHA-approved lenders. Now, this is what you guys all want to know. FHA loans allow a lower down payment option as far as 3.5%. They also, now 3.5% of the purchase price to qualify for the loan. All right. So a lower credit score qualification is as low as 580. Even if you have a 540, you need to talk with me. Okay. Don't be discouraged. All right. You can have a higher debt to income ratio. That's going to come up here in just a little bit for all of you that are thinking, my credit's perfect. All right. So a higher debt to income ratio. You're going to have a mortgage insurance premium. But what's really cool about FHA loans is a seller can contribute up to 6% towards closing costs. Now, Jakob, when the rates drop, buddy, this is going to go away. Nah. Okay, now the next thing is USDA loans. What are they? This is the rarest form of loans that we have or that we offer our buyers. What are they? They're a type of federal loan assistance created by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. These properties are typically on the outskirts of like Polk County, lower parts of Osceola, where people have to send, flames or light signals to talk to their neighbors. All right. So this is more rural and suburban areas. They feature no down payment, lower credit scores as low as 580. Property must be in a USDA mapped location. They have a guaranteed mortgage insurance of up to 2% monthly and household income caps. But Cliff, I make $150,000 and I don't want to put any money down. I don't want to do it, but I want to make sure I get a loan. Sorry, this loan will probably not work for you. Let's go. All right, the next one. For all my veterans in the house, what are they? VA loans, a type of federal loan assistance created by the HUD for veteran, active duty, reservist, military personnel, as well as surviving spouses for veterans. They are easy to qualify for than conventional loans. I would know. And the features offer lower credit scores as low as 580. They allow higher DTI ratios, debt to income ratios. So there's no max DTI, varies depending on credit, no application fees, no mortgage insurance premiums or down payments. And once you're approved on the VA loan benefit, they don't expire. And they can be used more than once in case if you want to have another VA loan. Okay, Glenn, welcome back, buddy. No problem. So for those of you who are thinking, hey, I'm a first-time home buyer, what do I get? Well, we're going to describe their different programs for you. So most of you that may not have a lot of money put down, or you want to see if you can qualify for what we call Florida Bond, this is a program that must be for first-time home buyers. So if you haven't owned a house within 3 years, that's a cliff note. I can use that term. I don't have to have that trademark because my name's Cliff. Anyway, veterans are exempt, and you have to have a minimum credit score of 640 to qualify for a bond program. So if you don't have money down, you'll have to get your credit above 640 or 640. And it's the assistance is a zero interest second mortgage. So it's a silent second, which you will pay back when you sell the property. But once those values start to rise, who cares? Programs are allowed in the VA, FHA, conventional and USDA financing, and income limits do vary by county. So again, if you're Cliff, I make $150,000 and I don't want to put any money down, you will not qualify for the Florida Home Bond Program. Okay, let's go. For those of you, we still have a little bit of Hometown Heroes money left. So if you're on the fence, understand that once this money runs out, it's gone. We don't know when it's coming back. So I'm just going to wait for it to come back. Well, here we go. Healthcare workers, school staff members, first responders, public safety employees, court employees, childcare workers, service members of the U.S. military reserves, the United States Coast Guard and its reserves, Florida National Guard, or a veteran employed full-time by a Florida-based employer. This is a phenomenal program. It's $50 million in Florida housing, covers up to 5% of the purchase price, okay? And that literally can get you into a home with zero to little money down. So if you're in that category, please contact me. Take advantage of the Hometown Heroes. I promise you, you will be regretting it if you don't. Let's go. So for those of you that don't understand the examples and you like to have your brain hurt, this is a great example of how all the money works and what to expect, etc. This is by no means here to frustrate you, or if you do need down payment assistance, just get through this, ignore what I have to say, or this is a nice time now to take a potty break. All right, Anastasia, you're a teacher. Okie dokie. Here we go. You're going to love this section. So this example here is $400,000 home. So Anastasia says, Cliff, I love this house. It's $400,000. Great. So we're going to use Hometown Heroes. You're going to have a minimum down payment of 3.5%. So that's $14,000. Okay. We have an FHA upfront MI cost of 1.75. The total loan amount now, putting down 3.5% of 14,000 is 392. Okay. Perfect. All right. Thank you. Well, all right. No worries, Anastasia. So your down payment assistance DPA of 5% will cover $19,000. So there's still money left over. You'd have a total down payment covered by down payment assistance with over $5,000 left over for closing costs. Closing costs and prepaids could be up to $12,000. That means you may need some cash to close. You may not. But typically, you could need up to $6,000. How did I do? Did anybody want to give me a grade? A, B? I was always a C student. Anyways, all right, here we go. So really, when you're buying and you're getting down payment assistance with little to no money down, or you're putting down your own money, you don't care, whatever the case would be, you're still going to have buyer responsibilities. Okay, so what are those responsibilities that you need to have cash from? This means you need to rob grandma, beat up your brother, take it from somebody who doesn't deserve it. Whatever that means, you're going to have good faith money. So when you get under contract, you're going to need 1% of the purchase price. So if it's a $400,000 house, typically $4,000. However, Yakov, this is for you, baby. In today's market, most sellers will accept $1,000 for escrow right now, but you are still going to need money for a home inspection report. That means it could be anywhere between $400 to $1,000 for a typical home inspection report. That will include the home inspection. That will not include a WDO or wood destroying organism. That will not include a 4-point, and it will not include a wind mitigation unless you add those to the report. Okay, so that's where it can get up to about $1,000. Now, why would you need these other things? Well, homeowners insurance may require it, and the lender may require it. Just be ready. You could get your escrow back if there's a problem, but you will not get your home inspection report back. Sorry, you ate the meal. You got to pay for the guy's time. He works for you or lady. And this is all how that works. Let's keep going. Is this good stuff so far? Is this like watching paint dry, or is this probably the most exciting experience you've ever had in a buyer masterclass in your life? I mean, just be honest, because I have a very, very, it is. Thank you, Anastasia, or Yakov, sorry. My ego is very small, and I have a lot of issues pertaining to how I was raised as a child. What can and can't you use for down payment closing costs? Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate you. I try to make these as fun as possible, guys, because I've only done, these things for a long time. And I said, you know what? I'd rather talk to one-to-many instead of one-to-one, because I know that some of you are like, I don't know about this guy. He's ugly, but I think I need to talk to him. Fair enough. Okay. There's only two people that really care about my face. I think it's my mom and my dog, and he's out there barking, as we know. What can and can't you use for down payment and closing costs? Great. I'm glad you asked. 400 or 401k. If you have a 401k, we can use that. You can use gift funds from an immediate family member or friend. You can use stock, bonds, cash, liquid, and financial entities. No credit cards. Oh man, I'll just put it on my credit card. Nope, don't do it. We can't accept it. It's debt. Secured loans are acceptable. So your boat, your car, whatever, you want to do that, no problem. Personal loans, no, you can use crypto. And undocumented cash, especially if you got back with me from Colombia, we probably need to check that, okay? But just run that by me first, and we'll get that all worked out. Okay. Thank you, Jakob. I appreciate you. Mistake number 2, not getting pre-approved. Oh my goodness. We're going to go to that open house this Saturday. I just want to go see that house. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. We're going to go into that new home builder. Oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful community. Come on, babe. Let's go look. Let's go into that new home builder. Guys, don't do it. Literally, don't do it. And here's why. What if you fall in love with that home and you realize you can't afford it? You realize that that's way out of your league comfort wise. And you're like, so guess what? Everything after that is okay. You're always chasing the one that you can't have. So don't do that. Get pre-approved first. Why? Because Cliff says so. All right, let's go. Loan pre-approvals help you to determine how much you can afford. I don't let any of my clients go through any door unless they know exactly what their monthly payment's going to be, exactly what their closing costs are going to be. Because why? Because it sets you up for failure. We don't want to do that. So it's based on 3 factors. Remember, I mentioned credit in the very beginning. Aha, I made you guys stick around for a reason. This is the red meat. Your credit is pulled from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. All 3 credit reports. Your middle score, whatever that is your score. They're going to look for your income employment verification, pay stubs. For all of you that are not employed thinking, I'm going to get a house. No, you have to be working. Okay. You got to get your W-2s for 2 years, tax returns, and all your assets, your 2 months of bank statements, and a 401k. A pre-approval can help you determine what your house payment's going to qualify for, especially if you're working with a bad, mamma jamma realtor. You don't have to worry about any of that, because unlike some scammers, that's not me. We're going to know exactly what your numbers are, Anastasia. Okay, girl? Here we go. Increase your bargaining power when negotiating with a seller. Why? Because we're already pre-approved. We're not pre-qualified. Estimate your monthly payment, total investment, and identify which loan product will fulfill your needs best. It's not about me, it's about you. All right, how to loan pre-approval, how to win it, and how to lose it. All right, call us if you have any questions. Continue living at your current residence. Continue paying your mortgage or rent on time. Continue to use your credit as normal. Keep working at your current employer. For everybody that says, I'm gonna start to buy a house, I'm gonna quit this job, and then I'm gonna get my new house, I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna get another job. Nope. Bad. Stay current on all existing accounts. Expect requests for additional documentation throughout the process. Please don't make any large purchases. Change bank accounts or make any large cash deposits. Transfer balances, close any credit card accounts, consolidate your debts into one or two credit cards, apply for a new credit or take out new loans, co-sign for a loan. But my son needed to get his car and I co-signed for him. That is debt. Okay, max out or overcharge on your credit cards because it's Christmas, right? It's Christmas, guys. Don't do it. Sorry. Go get him a stick outside and say Merry Christmas. Whatever it's going to take. If you're owning a house is your dream, don't fall into that trap. Mistake number 3, lenders versus banks. Well, what's the difference? I'm glad you asked. Big banks versus specialized mortgage banks. Okay, most big banks are going to charge an origination and discount points to work only 95 hours. In large banks, you're just one of the 1,000 clients. To them, you're just a number, no accountability. Large banks typically have stricter guidelines, and large banks may not offer down payment assistance. However, mortgage brokers are more than happy to help you out. All right, let's keep going. So, buying directly from a builder without representation from a realtor. Don't do it. Here's why. All right. The truth about buying straight from a builder versus having a realtor represent you is they can get you excited about closing cost assistance, lower rates, etc., but they can cost you more in the long run. Know your options. But Cliff, I just want a new home. I get it. New homes have problems. You can get a nice new resale and have a lot less financial payment and or headache. Ask me how I know. Let's keep going. A realtor is going to work for you as a fiduciary relationship, and a sales agent, well, who do they work for? They work for the builder. And even new homes, they have problems. So know your options. A realtor is going to help you make the best financial decisions when discussing with a builder. And a realtor is also knowledgeable about what to look for during inspections and final walkthroughs. Also, a good realtor know how to get good deals from those builders and what inventory they just want to blow out and get a better deal. Okay, let's go. Oh, hey, by the way, if you're loving what you're hearing right now, you got to go, cat screaming, whatever's going to happen. I'm going to drop a link right in here right now. Boom. So if you want to book a call, have a direct call with me and a consultation, just go ahead and hit that link and set up a one-on-one. And I'm not going to twist your arm. I'm not going to eat you. We're just going to see if we're able to help you answer any questions that you may have. Let's keep going. We're not done yet. Don't worry. Here we go. Next one. Mistake number 5, skipping a home inspection. But Cliff, my Uncle Chuck, he is really, really handy. And he just says, don't pay for it. All right. Why don't we want to listen to Uncle Chuck? Let's find out. What is the cost of skipping a home inspection? You purchase a house unaware of major or minor issues. You lose your negotiating power. You risk non-structural safety issues because Uncle Chuck just isn't caring about or looking for mold, radon, carbon monoxide, or termite damage. You might lose any bargaining power with homeowners insurance because they're going to want to see that home inspection report. You may miss knowing of future repair costs because Uncle Chuck just missed it. Sorry. It's the holidays. Maybe he had too much eggnog. Maybe you're oblivious to illegal or no-code additions or remodels, and unless your dad or cousin Chuck is a licensed and insured inspector, leave it to the professionals. Here we go. Mistake number 6, not using a full-time realtor. Why is this important? Oh my gosh, guys, can you imagine breaking your back and you get the bill from the doctor and he says, yeah, it's a lot of money. This is the largest financial decision in most of your lives. Okay. And you have a choice. You could put it into a part-timer because they just do it for fun, just earn a little extra cash for the holidays. Help me to go on this vacation. I am so good at opening doors and showing houses. It's fun, fun, fun. Or you can deal with a professional that's going to show you how to not lose thousands and doesn't have commission breath. Okay. A full-time realtor is somebody that you need to really, really find. Why is this important? Going back to our doctor analogy, if you go to a doctor and he does things maybe a couple times a year versus somebody that does it a couple times a week, there's a big, 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 big difference. All right. A full-time realtor is going to help you ensure the process goes smoothly and stress-free. They represent you contractually and fiduciary. and they represent you can be a major investment or a major regret. How many of you have ever heard of a bad real estate story? Anybody in the chat heard of a bad real estate story? I mean, that is the number one litigious environment of the United States is bad real estate deals. So who's captain makes a big difference. A professional realtor with a positive track record that you can find online, requests a buyer brokerage agreement is going to work for you in your best interest and not the deal. A professional realtor can advise you on top lenders, communities, insurance, surveys, title companies, and much, much more. And they're here to save you thousands. Yes, a good realtor does do that. Full-time successful realtor knows every aspect of the transaction from start to finish and can advise you on your options and what day you can expect to get the keys to your new home. Let's go. So now, how do you feel? Like, was this information good thus far? Because it's getting ready to get better. But do you really feel empowered that you have a better idea of what it's going to take, your credit, inspections, lenders, different programs out there? Are you tired of renting? Anybody in the chat tired of renting? Do you feel hopeful now? It's okay to share your feelings. This is the holidays. And what really is holding you back? Fear? Is it your lease? Is it credit? Is it your spouse or your loved one saying, wait till the market shifts and then, okay, bad juju. Don't do that. Whatever fear is going through your mind right now, it's okay. It's okay. That's normal. Congratulations, you're human. But because you're in this class, we're here to help you unravel that. Stick around, guys. It's getting ready to get more meaty, more exciting, and dare I say, hairy. Here we go. So what does this look like for your dream? 2026, your house, not throwing your money away to your landlord. You own literally 30 days or less. Simple. Book a call with me, discuss your personal situation. Let's get you pre-approved and start you house hunting. Maybe it's 20 days and a set of keys are in your hand. Maybe it's that opportunity where you're like, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? How many people in the chat right now have been renting for over a year? Can you give me a one, please? How many people have been renting for over a year? Give me a one. John, Jacob, okay. Brian, Daphne, Tamara, Glenn. It's a lot of you. How many people here? Let's just say this. What is your average rent? Put it in the chat. Your average rent. Anastasia, 5? Oh my gosh. John says 4,000. Anybody else? Anybody else? Jacob, 2,000. Okay. 2,500 Daphne. Glenn, 1,900. Brian, 2,000. John, okay. 1,500. Anastasia, 2,700. Anastasia. Oh, guys, I hate to tell you this. This is not bah humbug. But if you've been renting for over a year, let's just average it out, right? Let's just say it's 2,000. That's $24,000 of your money gone. If you've been renting for 2 years, Anastasia, I'm not even going to give you the number. I know you're a teacher and you are going to have diarrhea. But if you've been renting for 2 years, that's $48,000 gone. That $48,000, majority of that could still be yours. That's an asset that you could borrow against. That's an asset that's growing on value because of equity. That's money that you could write off on your taxes, the interest, etc. Let's go. There's more to this, guys. It's going to get exciting. Now, Q&A for all of you. What if I still have a lease agreement in place? Can I buy? Well, the answer is yes, you can. Let me ask you this question. If one of you decided, you know what, Cliff? Darn the torpedoes. I want to buy a house in December. I want to buy a house in January. Let's say January, okay? When do you think your first mortgage payment is? Put it in the chat. If you bought a house in January, when do you think your first mortgage payment would be? I'll wait. No problem. I'm gonna play some music and you guys answer in the chat. You bought a house in January. March, February. I don't know. Keep going. Come on, guys. Participate. March, April. Okay, keep going. Is that your best? That's 2027. Oh, Anastasia, you're so positive. August, John. Okay. Music stop. If you bought a house in January, you would have your first mortgage payment February, March. So for everybody that answered March, give yourself a gold star. So that means if you broke your lease in 60 days, you won't have a double payment. But Cliff, my lease. Here we go. Hold on, everybody. You got a lease question? I need you to hit this link right now. Okay. Book a call with me. We'll help you out. Is there a best time of year to buy? Yakov, this is for you, buddy. Is there a best time of year to buy? And the answer is yes, when you are approved. Stop throwing your money away. How much should I save up for a down payment? Well, if you need down payment assistance, you're still going to need money for inspections and also escrow. But if you're just going to do a straight up FHA, you got a 580 credit score, you're going to need at least 3.5% of the purchase price to put down. I will work on getting your closing costs of prepaids and some other special little, okay, we'll take care of that. What are closing costs? Closing costs are lender fees. That's what the lender is going to charge you. That has nothing to do with the 3.5%. The lender's got to make their money. And you're also going to have closing fees or closing costs. Could be realtor fees. And that was the next question. What are lawyer fees, realtor fees? What fees am I responsible for? Sometimes the seller is going to pay all of the realtor fees. Sometimes they pay some of the realtor fees, and sometimes they pay none of the realtor fees. So if you're a client of mine, we tell you right up front what to expect, and we try to save you from having to deal with that in the first place. So that's all part of negotiation. All right, what is underwriting? Underwriting is going to check all of your bank documents, all of your work history. They're going to make sure that you can qualify and pay the loan. That's what an underwriter is going to do. Can I buy a home and sell my current home at the same time? Yes, you can. Easy. What happens if I change my mind after we started the buying process? As long as you're past the home inspection period, you could lose your deposit. But if you decide to change your mind during the home inspection period, you'll get your deposit back. Not a problem. Or I'll make sure that you get your money back. But we never want to start something with the idea that we're quitting. We really want you to, if we're going to do something, we're going to do it right. We're going to make sure that somebody, especially a preferred professional, can tell you what you should be expecting with that property versus, I don't know. Yeah, just sign it. Sign the paperwork. Yeah, great. We don't want to do that. How do I know if I'm ready to buy? Well, great question. How do you know if you're ready to buy? You have been pre-approved. That means you are ready to buy. Should you buy now instead of rent? I don't know. Do you like throwing your money away? Can I buy now with no money down? Absolutely you can. Hit that link. Give me a call. Hey, thanks, John. I look forward to talking with you, buddy. All right. How can I raise my credit scores to qualify? Simple. Hit that link. Give me a call. We'll run you through credit repair, or we'll give you advice on what we need to do to fix it. We can boost. Sometimes people don't even have to go through credit repair. It's a simple thing where we diagnose your situation. Sometimes it is a simple switch. Within 4 days, you're up 40% or 40 points or even higher just by us looking at your current situation to make it right. So next one. So guys, if you are sitting on the fence, you don't know what to do, you're thinking about it, now is your time. 'Tis the season. Don't be shy. I'm not going to eat you. You don't even have to use me. But if you want, book your free consultation right now. I'd love to talk with you. I'd love to be able to help with anything, questions that you have pertaining to tonight's event. You're going to, if you're serious about wanting to buy, you're going to need to get a minimum credit score of at least 580. If you want down payment assistance, we're going to need to get you to a 640, or we're going to need to get you a cosigner that has a 640, etc. Okay. You have to have a full-time position. You're going to need money for escrow and inspections. And in today's Central Florida market, you're going to need a minimum household income of at least the household total income of at least around $75,000. Okay, so if you don't, you could have a cosigner to help you. And that really is what that's all about. So guys, I want to say beyond, shadow of a doubt, here's the music again. I want you guys rocking, having a good time. This is all about understanding what it is that you need to do to own. If you haven't already hit that link, please do so. I want you guys to be participating. Have that phone call. Don't hesitate. Don't get into 2026 and not knowing your options. So I'm going to leave this link up here. If you're hesitant on the fence, if you're Jakob and you're like, dude, I cannot wait to talk to you, I will see you on the inside. It's going to book direct into my Google Calendar. Set a time. Do not book me at 8 o'clock at night on Saturday. I won't take it. Or like Saturday morning at 7. Not going to happen. But anyway, I'm kidding. I would love to be able to talk to you. Thank you, Anastasia. Bless your heart. I look forward to helping you if I can. Don't be overwhelmed, guys. This is all about leveraging you. Now, for those of you that qualify and that we're going to help work with you, or maybe you've got that negative neighbor or that coworker that should have gone to my class and you want to refer me, I've got a wonderful gift certificate to give you. But for all those of you that are going to talk to me and you qualify, we're going to hook you up with some bonuses and some benefits, okay? Don't let your dream slip away. This is your time to take advantage of today's market. If you're thinking you're going to time the market, you are wrong. You are dead wrong. For every dollar that I've ever made in this industry, for someone says, I'm going to wait, they have lost. If you want to capitalize and win, have a consult with me. I will explain to you all the positives and all the negatives, and it's still your choice. Never selling you, always educating you. I'm all about the chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, guys. So if you haven't already hit that link, you're on the fence thinking, I'm tired of renting. I hate giving my money for the landlord. I hate the neighbors next to me. They're loud as you know what. I want it over with. It can be over in 30 days or less, guys. Literally, if you really wanted to, before the end of the year, I could have you in your home. And your landlord will be like this. Oh, no, please. See you later, Mr. Landlord. They don't usually attend my webinars because it's not really landlord friendly. Hey guys, if you really enjoyed this event, it's been my pleasure to be providing this to you. On behalf of myself, Cliff Clover with eXp Realty. Yes, I am a licensed realtor and I am with eXp. For everybody like, you didn't say your company, buddy. It's all there. I promise you, nothing to hide. That's all, folks. God bless you. Have a wonderful, happy, Merry Christmas. I'm going to leave that link up for just one more minute. This is your time. So if your spouse is screaming at you, you're driving, you need to pull over, click that link. Let's talk. I'd love to be able to help you. Even if I can't, I'll give you some advice. I promise it's free. And I really appreciate each and every one of you for giving me your time, your attention. And I hope you learned something from the bottom of my heart. And if you are going to be my client, I look forward to sincerely helping you with your dream, changing your trajectory to where that money's no longer being thrown away, Anastasia. Yes, you girl, that money belongs to you so that this becomes a legacy down the road. And you're thanking me in 2 to 3 years saying, wow, I'm glad I took that chance. Guys, thank you again. God bless. Have a wonderful, Merry Christmas and a profitable, wonderful New Year. Take care. Bye-bye.